name is Eugene, or Gene Sampieri. My rank was sonar technician, SOG-2. There are times I thought about going back in after I got out because I wasn't finding any work. 1963 was a hard time. Getting out the 2nd of February, and then I started looking immediately. I wanted to stay Eastern Seaboard from Delaware on up to New York. I was finding nothing. Kid next door said, go back to school. I said, I'm not sure I'm qualified. He says, go to Temple Community College, Temple University's Technical School and Community College. He said, it's a 3-year program. You got to get through the first 2 years first. So I looked into it. So I took some exams, and they said, you need some remedial math. You need algebra, trig, and geometry. I didn't have enough of it. My high school graduation was pre-industrial. So I had industrial math, some algebra, some trig, some geometry. Not near enough. So I took 6 weeks of algebra, trig, and geometry at Temple University's Technical High School. 8 hours a day, or 7 hours a day, 65 days a week, because I was working a 40-hour week. He got me a job in a pizzeria, which I ended up managing one before I finally quit. But I went through and did enough to get accepted into Temple Tech. So I went on through that number of electronics courses, which were easy. The math was the hardest. Physics was hard, not as hard. And got through the Technical Institute, graduated, and went on to the community college. This was a 1-year program where you're going to learn how to do research type stuff. A little bit harder. You got some more math. You got some more advanced math, calculus, more calculus, differential equations, and all that kind of stuff. And you went through, and on these special course where you were doing some research, you had to pick a topic, any topic you wanted, and do something to research what you were thinking about. And me and another guy came up with this idea, and we decided to try it. And we went on, and we actually demonstrated a working model of something and got through. So I graduated from Temple's Community College, and while there, companies came in from IBM and DuPont, a number of others. And I interviewed IBM, DuPont, and Bell Labs. I had an offer before the end of the day from Bell Labs and DuPont. Now, DuPont would have been down in Delaware. IBM came in with an offer. They said, you're going to have an offer from IBM, and that's going to be in Endicott, New York. Bell Labs is going to be in Murray Hill, New Jersey, New Providence. And I interviewed 3 organizations at Bell Labs. Actually, at that point, they we want you to come in. So I went down to Delaware, I went to Endicott, I went to Bell Labs. And at Bell Labs, I went to Murray Hill and interviewed 2 groups up there, and they took me down to Homedale, interviewed 1 group there. One was in laser technology, one was in the touch-tone telephones that you see today, and the other one was in research. And they said, what would be your choice? I said, the research one. He said, why? I said, that was really the most interesting. I said, that just seems like something I could help people with. I said, I'm only going to have a technical degree. I'm going to be a TA. He says, well, you have an offer in all 3, but the best offer was the one in research. I said, good, I'll take it. And I turned down the other 2. Turned down those 2, took the one in research in Murray Hill. We ended up moving down to Homedale very quickly. And I spent 35 years there. with PhDs.